Hiya, it's a really hot day outside, so I've just come in from doing some weeding and I thought I'd do a really quick video indoors. It's cool in here. I'm just going to go over some of the things I do here on my really small garden plot in order to be more self-sufficient. I haven't actually got acres and acres of land. I've got a large garden, but by no means is it a small holding. And I still managed to do quite a lot of things regarding self-sufficiency, so I thought I'd share them with you and hopefully inspire you to try some of them out. I'm going to turn the camera around now. Okay, well, this is in my dehydrator, and in here at the moment I've got herbs. At the top I've got some mint, and it's got lots of stacking layers. They're all perforated, and it's a heating element in the bottom, and it allows you to dry fruits, vegetables and herbs, obviously, in order to, so you can store them and use them when they're not in season, or if you want them for a particular recipe. Once my herbs have dried, I then crumble them up and put them in airtight jars, and they stay fresh and full of flavour until the herbs are ready the following season. So by the time the fresh herbs have gone over, I've still got the dry herbs to use. And if you do fruit or vegetables in a dehydrator or in a slow oven, if you haven't got a dehydrator, prop the door of your oven open, have it on the lowest setting and leave it drying for a long time, so they dry very slowly and naturally, and you'll get the best results. For fruit, you're best to dip them in a lemon solution in order to stop them going brown, and you can do it as saline solution for dried vegetables. That's the dehydrator, but as I say, you don't need a dehydrator, you can do it in an oven. This murky looking liquid, doesn't look very appetising, is actually a ginger beer plant, and in the bottom there is yeast and ground root ginger. You can grate fresh ginger if you want to, if you've got it. And each day you feed it with sugar and a bit more ginger. This is called boiled water, the liquid that's in here. And then after a week of feeding it, it bubbles away because the yeast is actually alive and is feeding on the sugars and the ginger that's in there. After a week you strain off the liquid, you keep the plant and divide it in two and give half of it to a friend if they'd like to start one, or discard it, and then you continue to feed the other half again, so it builds up again. The liquid that you've got left, you strain into a jug, and then you make some sugar syrup solution, and you add some juices of lemons or oranges, you can choose, into that solution, and then you dilute it down with more water and mix it with your ginger mix, and then bottle it. And I use lemonade bottles because they can cope with the amount of fizziness that you get with the homemade ginger beer. It gets very carbonated, and then after a week of it being in the bottle, it's ready to drink. So that's a really quick way of making a drink stuff. There's no artificial ingredients, you know exactly what you're getting, and the taste is far superior to shop bought ginger beer. Okay, this is some of my home brew. In these demijohns I think we've got trying to think, that's rhubarb on the right, we've got blackcurrant and dandelion. You can use lots of things that you can find when you're foraging to make wine. You can use sloes or blackberries, and even hawthorn blossom. So it's a good way of using up things. Even if you don't grow them yourself, you can go out and collect them, gather them and make them into wine. Down here is a fermenting bin, really good for making things like nettle beer, larger quantities of wine. You can get, this is one with just a basic lid, but you can get them with a hole in the lid, so you can put an airlock in them and do the full fermentation in there. On top I've just got some chick feeders and water, because I've got quails due to hatch. Here's some eggs from my hens. I've got a dozen or so hens, and they're really good things. You can barter your eggs or sell them at the gate. Great if you're into baking, then fresh eggs are absolutely super. And I've also got a supply of duck eggs from a friend, and with that I've made some pasta. You can use ordinary eggs for pasta as well, but I just had duck eggs and I thought I'd try it and see it, and it makes a lovely pasta. So it's another thing you can make pasta, let it dry, and you can store it in airtight jars. Jams, pickles and chutneys. This is a rhubarb and ginger jam I made. I had a lot of rhubarb, made the wine, made some rhubarb crumbles, and also made some jams. It's got ginger in as well. And you can make your own butter. That's if you buy cream. And also I bake my own bread. Unfortunately I haven't got the space in order to grow the wheat to make the flour, but I do buy my flour from a local source. It's a local windmill, and I make my bread. I make a loaf nearly every day, depending on how many people I've had here and how quickly it's gone. So that's just a few things you can do if you've got a plot of your own. Even if you've got a flat and only got a window box, you could still dry herbs or you can still go foraging and make jams, you can still make wine. I hope this inspires you. Thank you. Bye.